The third type of intermolecular forces, that is the ion dipole attractions. These type of attractions occur between an ion and a charged end of a polar molecule. As you see in this picture, the negatively charged end of a polar molecule is facing towards the charged end of the positively charged ion. The attraction occurs between these type of two species are known as the ion dipole attractions. Ion dipole attractions are stronger than the uh, dipole and the dispersion forces. Ion-induced dipole attractions also falls under ion dipole attractions where the neighboring molecule can be polarized depending on the ion. So the strength of this type of a force depends on the charge of the ion. How strong is that the charge ion and the polarizability of its name. These forces are also strong, uh, and but they are weaker than the ion dipole attractions. As an example, these type of ion-induced dipole attractions occur between the iodide and benzene molecules. Why we need to learn about these intermolecular forces? Because we can predict the physical properties such as boiling point, melting point, and other uh, physical properties by comparing the strength of the intermolecular forces. So, what is the strongest type? Yes, ion dipole are the strongest intermolecular forces. Then comes the hydrogen bonding, dipole, and the weakest are the London forces. So, where the molecules have the weakest forces, they have the the weakest or the lowest boiling points, melting points. The molecule which have the strongest intermolecular forces, they'll have they have the highest melting points and boiling points. Larger, longer, and heavier molecules have stronger intermolecular forces. Opposite. The smaller, more compact, and the lighter molecules have generally the weaker intermolecular forces. Now we will apply our knowledge to solve these problems. Which of the following is the weakest of all intermolecular forces? Yes, what is the weakest type? Yes, the London dispersion forces are the weakest type. They can occur in any type of molecule. Question number 2. The strongest intermolecular interactions between H2S molecular ice from. Before we take a before we find the answer, we need to draw the structure of the H2S. This is the Lewis structure of the H2S. It has the bent molecular shape. So it is a polar molecule. The polar molecules have the dipole forces. Therefore, the strongest type of intermolecular force found in H2S is the dipole-dipolar interactions. Next one. Which of the following pure substances would be expected to have the highest boiling point? When we draw the structures of these. They will all have the tetrahedral geometries. They are all again nonpolar, so no difference. The nonpolar molecules can only have the dispersion forces. The strongest dispersion forces will occur in occur in the heaviest, the largest molecules and in the chain molecules. So CI4 is the heaviest or the largest molecule. Therefore, it will have the strongest dispersion forces. If I summarize the content, we understood the difference between the intramolecular and intermolecular attractions. Then you learn the different types of intermolecular forces. Then we applied the the knowledge on the intermolecular attractions to analyze the physical properties of different molecules.